Welcome back. Breaking news now coming in from Karnataka, where the storm over funds for Gruhalakshmi scheme continues to brew and continues to haunt the state government. Now we're learning that the state government has decided to divert funds meant for SC/ST welfare to fund their poll promises. 11,000 crore rupees that was meant for the welfare of the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes is now going to be diverted to fund election guarantees that were made by the Congress party before election season in Karnataka. The government is trying to justify the diversion of funds as well. They claim that the guarantees will have beneficiaries from the SC/ST community as well. So they don't look at this as a diversion. That's the argument that's coming to the fore from the state government. But this is going to be the latest flashpoint between the opposition there, which is the BJP and the JDS, and the Congress government. The Karnataka government there finding itself in a tight spot with funds drying up and the promises that the Congress made that rode them to power now haunting them.
ನೋಡಿ ನೀವೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ, SCP-ಗೆ 7,705 ಇದಕ್ಕೆ, SCP-ಗೆ 3,430 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಒಟ್ಟು 11,000 ಕೊಟ್ಟು SCP-TSP ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇದು ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಓವರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಬೌವ್ ಇದ್ರೆ CM ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಗಿವ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ದಿ ಮನಿ ಟು ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ವೆಲ್ಫೇರ್ ಅಂತ, ಗಿವ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ದಿ ಮನಿ ಟು ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ವೆಲ್ಫೇರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹೌದು, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ? ವಾಟ್ ದಿ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್? ಕದ್ದೊಳಕಾಗುತ್ತಾ?
Harish Upadhyay, my colleague, joining us, getting us more details. Harish, the Congress party there and the state government now in Karnataka has pushed themselves to a corner, dug themselves into a hole they can't seem to be getting out of as far as their poll promises go and the kind of money that doesn't seem to exist.
Absolutely. Look at the kind of fund diversion that's happened. 34,000 crore that is meant for SC/ST welfare. Nearly 11,000 crore now diverted for this 5 poll guarantees, which means 1/3 of the funds which should have ideally gone for the welfare of SC/ST beneficiaries in the state will now go for various poll guarantees, 5 poll guarantees of the Congress government. Now the Congress is arguing that a large number of beneficiaries of these poll guarantees, 5 guarantees, would be SC/STs. But the point here that others are making is that this sub-plan money, which is 24.1% of the state budget, is meant for the welfare of SC/ST category people, and it also includes a crucial aspect of having a capital expenditure for their welfare, whether it's building hostels for SC/ST students or ensuring that the mothers and the child in this community get nutritious food, have enough in terms of the facilities at Anganwadis. All these are capital expenditure that ideally the government should have done with this 34,000 odd crore rupees, but 1/3 of that money will now go for all these 5 guarantees. The other crucial point here, remember this minister here, social welfare minister, is on record admitting that they yet don't have the numbers of SC/ST beneficiaries in this 5 poll guarantees. And remember, in some of these guarantees, it's very difficult to assess if there are SC/ST beneficiaries, how many. For example, the free bus ride for women. The government is only asking for an ID card to establish their address proof. They're not seeking their caste details, which means the government could never identify how many beneficiaries from SC/ST category are in this particular guarantee. So it's going to be a huge challenge, but more importantly, it could derail the welfare schemes for the SC/ST category. Remember, in Basuraj Bommai's last budget earlier in the year, 30,000 odd crore rupees for SC/ST welfare was given, and last year it was 28,000 crore rupees. So there are several projects that would be perhaps incomplete, hoping for some sort of allocation in this budget, but that will have to be trimmed, considering 1/3 of it will now go to fund 5 guarantees of the Congress government.
And this comes on the back of the finance department, the finance secretary in the state raising certain questions about how the implementation of certain schemes like the Gruhalakshmi scheme is impossible given that those funds don't exist. But because the Congress had made those promises pre-elections, they want to push through even though they know that this is going to be at the cost of welfare in the state.
Absolutely. That finance department noting your opinion that CNN News 18 brought to our viewers earlier in the day clearly showed that the finance department said we can't spend 32,000 crore rupees just on the Gruhalakshmi scheme, and it would derail the state's fiscal discipline. One. Second, it will also leave very little fund for anything else, and they said this can't go on forever. And the Congress government, despite observations and suggestions from the finance department to have multiple conditions, did not look at it. It has just one condition of not allowing income taxpayers to be part of it, but other conditions like ensuring that this goes only to BPL families or keep out government servants, or also other conditions like ensuring that other social scheme beneficiaries are merged with that. None of it has been accepted by this Congress government, and many within the finance department fear that this could actually hamper the state's growth because not much money might be left for other schemes, and perhaps the biggest dent would be for the SCST sub-plan and the welfare of the SCST community.
Right, Harish, do stay on with me. Ashok Gowda of the BJP now joining us here on this broadcast. So thank you so much for speaking with us here on CNN News 18. How do you look at this recent backtracking, so to say, as far as welfare schemes, as far as their people promises by the Congress government go?
See, Karnataka, we have made these SCST schemes only for the benefit and the welfare of communities. Why should there be a welfare? Because they have been stressed out and they should stand up on their legs, and they should be able to do business or infrastructural developments, contract and other things. Based on, because of that, they can become self-reliant. That is the agenda which Karnataka government has. Apparently, we had removed the 70 and it was just a matter that it had to be passed in the assembly, and we had to make it a legal channel. And now, because of the 70, they have utilized already 11,000 crores, which SC Mahadevappa has agreed. And now diverting these funds to Gruhalakshmi scheme is definitely a dent on the welfare of SC and ST communities. And Karnataka Congress government do not have any agenda of development of SC and STs. They are only thinking about winning the polls, and their agenda is whatever it is, they have to be on par. So that is what is the real problem with Congress party is.
Sure, the government, in fact, the minister concerned going on to actually defend this kind of decision that has been taken, but the political war was only escalating. Mr. Gowda, thank you so much for speaking with us here on CNN News 18.